Hey guys, Todd here with RC Ohio. I just wanted to do an update on these Evinrude high output scale outboard motors. I got them together and I got them running, and I've had them out in the water, and I'm happy with how they run. They run good. Um, Obviously, with the size of the boat and the shape of the boat and everything, it's no. It's really no performance type machine, so I can't really speak to how these motors will perform on let's say like a catamaran or a deep V or something like that. I feel like they'd probably perform really well because they've got a lot of thrust. They do move a lot of water, but I just got them for this because I thought it kind of emphasized the look of the build. So, but anyway, I just wanted to go over a few things, my experience with them and everything. Hopefully it might help anybody who's looking to maybe make the purchase. They're not terribly expensive without the motor, the electric motor itself. I think they run about $130 a piece, which is the whole motor shell and the drive line inside, which is all gear, not flex shaft, which I kind of like the whole gear thing. In my opinion, they've got a great scale appearance, and the mechanics are really good. The only thing I found when I got them, I took them apart, the whole drive line and everything, just because I wanted to make sure that they were well lubricated and everything. And they may have been oiled a little bit. And they had in the beginning, these ports here had a screw in them with a tube that goes down to the bottom here, and that was for oiling. And in my opinion, oil is probably maybe not the right answer. I wanted them all to be greased, so I took them apart and I cleaned everything really well, and I packed them pretty good with grease. I can get you some closer views here. You can see the tube that goes down in there. What I did is I actually cut that white tube, and I just plugged it with a grub screw. And then this black tube that I have here runs in to an onboard pump here that has a pickup. It actually has absolutely no function at all other than it shoots water out the back and makes it look cool like a real outboard. These motors were, from what I understand, with doing the reading and everything, they were intended to be a brushless drive. They were talking about brushless motors in them, and because of what I used this boat for, I didn't really want them to be brushless. I wanted them to run brushed motors, so I had a lot of low end control and finesse. So in making them brushed, there were, if you ever wanted to actually do that, there were a few things that you had to modify a little bit. It was actually really easy. There's a motor mounting plate under the motor that on brushed motors, on almost every brushed motor, you're always going to have this little bearing hub in the end. What you have to do is ream that mounting plate out a little bit to accept that hub. Not a real big deal to do that. I did that, and you also, what I ended up having to do is I took like two or three washers to shim this motor up and hold it up just a little bit, because in actually taking that down into the mounting plate, that's pushing the shaft further down, and it was making contact with the shaft that's in the motor. So you have to shim the motor up just a little bit so you're not putting any undue pressure or stress on the rest of the driveline when you run these screws in to tighten the motor down. These screws being those screws there. If in fact you ever wanted to have any kind of brushed motor in these are real simple mods. They're no big deal at all. The only other thing I wanted to say is they will accept a 540 can motor. Not that 540 can motor. Not a 540 can motor that is not rebuildable. Because it adds all this extra height of the can and everything. This is a very, very tight fit with a rebuildable motor, but that a rebuildable motor actually will fit in there. I'm trying to see if I'm missing anything here. I'm gonna plug a battery in real quick and run them for you and show you how they look and how they sound and everything. And that'll be about that for now. I'm only running these on 2S at this point. I don't really feel like it needs more than that. Here's my running gear. It's a 2S 5000 milliamp. I had that ESC and servo laying around, so that kind of helped. I didn't really choose them, but it helped in the cost of the build. They actually put a pretty fair amount of breeze out when you're running them. Kind of give you a general idea of what kind of thrust you're getting. And again, I'm using, those are like 23 turn motors and 2S battery, so that's not optimal. I'm sure you can get a great deal more out of these motors. Alright, I guess that's really all I have on these for now. If you have any questions or anything at all, please don't hesitate to, leave any questions or comments in the comments, and I'll be happy to get back to you. I don't know. Please like, share, subscribe, rate, whatever. But thank you very much for watching my video, and I hope this might help with any questions anybody has on these motors. Thanks. Have a good day.